So if you're not aware, the easiest way or the cheapest way to get, maybe not the easiest, but definitely the cheapest way to get some large, cheap drives for like a NAS build or some other network storage situation is to shell these cheap external hard drives and scavenge the drives inside. I like to just film these ahead of time and show you what these drives are like. So here's this one. This is the WesternDigital Elements 8TB unit. And this is the basic storage, which basically, it just means there's nothing all that remarkable. In the box, you get a rather large wall wart. Nothing too fancy there. It's just in the way, basically. So what they're still using for these drives is just the standard micro USB +4 pins. So it's like a wide USB micro. It's very common for early USB 3.0 stuff. And then the drive itself, which I've always said that these Elements drives actually look really cool for what they are. Let's get a nice peel on this. Oh yeah. And this one is like a piano gray instead of piano black, which I thought was pretty cool. If you're familiar with the WesternDigital Elements drives, they're all about the same. This particular unit actually had a really nice activity light, which is like really dim. A lot of the WesternDigital Elements drives have this big, long blue light, but this one has a nice tiny little white light. You can see here it's quite nice. Anyway, so basically this is going to be a short video. I took this drive, I hooked it up to Crystal Disk Mark to get a little idea of what the speeds are. And, you know, obviously these drives are 90% going to be used for some linear sequential writes and reads. So you can see the sequential writes and reads are good. In the 200 megabytes range, that's excellent, really. And the formatted drive size is about appropriate, 7.2-ish terabytes, which is about right for NTFS. So yeah, I also sort of took some time and just basically did some file transfers from one of my local SSDs to this device and got about 200 megabytes just to sort of reinforce the fact that small size, big size, doesn't matter. You're pretty much always going to get 200 megabytes per second through the enclosure. Now, stay tuned for another video on this channel where I pull this out of the case and we'll see what the speeds look like for the actual drive inside the case. So once we've just basically isolated it and stuck it on just a random SATA port on a motherboard, we'll just see if there's any major difference. I don't foresee there being too much because this is a massive drive and they're never very good at random reads and writes. They just, you know, they're more about sequential storage. So if you have any questions or comments, leave those below and talk to you later.